All right, so the temporary ban on the importation of corned beef, bully beef from Brazil, has been lifted. The Honourable Minister said that the decision to lift the ban came as a result of local testing carried out by the Bureau of Standards and the veterinarian services of the ministry, which found the product to be uncontaminated or within normal limits. It says, furthermore, teams from the ministry as well as the health ministry visited 2 plants in Brazil where most of the corned beef destined for Jamaica is manufactured, and they found that they were in compliance with the necessary standards. So, there you go. We're all right again, bully beef place again.
I was going to say, enough bully beef are going to today. Bully beef sandwich, bully beef and cabbage, bully beef and white rice. How else you cook bully beef? Bully beef fritter.
I don't know because I don't eat bully beef.
I know. Yeah, but you know, so that's a Jamaican thing. So you know, so enough bully beef are going to on Instagram today.
The first I hear about bully beef fritters.
I made it up. Just because I'm a chef, I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure some people make it. Or,
what else?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, press down and fry, you know what I'm saying. Okay, what else is going on? This one about the Klansman leader, Tesha Miller, has been deported from the Bahamas. Sources have confirmed that he was scheduled to return in Jamaica yesterday. He has been a person of interest by the Jamaica's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC. Was asked to report to the police following a spike in murders in St. Catherine, where the Klansman gang is actively engaged in criminal activities. On deportation to Jamaica last year after being imprisoned in the U.S., he reportedly fled to the Bahamas from Jamaica. You'll hear more about that across the networks, because yesterday he was scheduled to return. So stay tuned to our network to hear more on that.
Boy, it is sometimes so hard to talk about these things. So there's a fight between 2 young men. One is killed. The young man who is killed is 14 years old. The young man who allegedly did the killing is 11 years old. Wow. He is 12 later this month. They got into an argument. No one knows what the argument was about. This is in Wait a Bit. So, so a 14-year-old loses his life because the 11-year-old went for a machete and apparently chopped the 14-year-old in the head. Then he ran off, but I understand he was held last evening. So he was taken into custody. 11 years old.
Yeah.
And you kill a 14-year-old.
Very sad situation. If you stay tuned to the network as well, you'll also hear that, there's a lot of complications with this as well. Of course, we have to look at the psychosocial issues and needs of the children in our country, how we deal with anger, how we deal with conflict and conflict resolution, but also news coming from, the Office of the Children's Advocate, I think it is, or with the Children's Advocate, is that a child can't be charged under 12. So it's going to be interesting to see the development of that. But
when I used to go up George's,
yeah,
a man trouble me one day. Take home my food actually. George's have what they call lower school and upper school. And the lower school kids apparently not supposed to go up to the upper school and one bag of things. So anyway, I go up there and the man take home my food and run me. Actually kick me in my bottom.
Oh.
And I never forgot it. So one day I see him come. And I see the principal close to him. So I decide, well, I will give him one good proper lick, and the principal will stop the fight before him go like him wicked. So I give him one good proper lick. Well, when the fight done, my glasses stay so. The amount of lick I get, I never get so much lick in my life. And then I turn around and I say, Father, just stand up and I watch the fight. So when it done, now I could hardly talk and I say, Father, but I don't understand you. Father said, first thing is you still the fight. Him said, secondly, it was a fair fight. Him never use no weapon. Him just use him 2 fists and work you properly.
It's interesting.
I said that to say this.
Yeah.
That if you get that little thing, you shouldn't be fighting. But if you get that little thing, then you never go for no weapon and gun and knife and... Why? I don't know when we get to this thing. I have never forgot that man still, and I owe him a little thing quietly.
But you know, it's interesting you say that though, Neville, because I think we need to have more conversations about how we raise children and what is appropriate culturally or not. I mean, and there's a lot to talk about no violence, but in testosterone and in school and with anger,
Incredible.
where you get it out?
Yeah,
you know,
man.
like where do you?
What's
Anyway,
that one now? What's the last one we have?
I was
here?
about to. That's what I remembered. Fight for peace. That is what I was
Yep,
trying to remember.
fight
We need
for
to fight
peace.
for peace.
Yep.
That's what we need to fight for. Not death and. Oh, all right. Going
Yep.
across the seas to another network now. Is that Mr. Harrow behind my camera right
It
here?
is Mr. Harrow.
Mr. Harrow, let me see you. Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Oh, I just love my crew. But as we go across the seas to the Fox network, we're hearing that major advertisers have begun canceling spots on America's most watched cable news show following reports of sexual harassment involving the star Fox News host Bill O'Reilly, as you can see him there on the screen. The O'Reilly Factor is the most widely viewed U.S. cable news show with an average of 3.98 million viewers in earlier this year, according to Adweek. Now, what is happening is that companies such as insurer Allstate, French pharmaceutical maker Sanofi became the latest to exit their scheduled advertisements on the show, following a lead of handful of auto brands dropping ads from the show. Basically, the moves come after New York Times reported that a cable news giant, the same one there on the screen, O'Reilly, had paid 5 women a total of $13 million in cases spanning 15 years in exchange for their silence and agreement not to pursue litigation against Fox News, a favorite among conservatives. So the companies are very concerned, and other companies that have pulled, BMW, etc., and it's not looking good. A lot of cases coming to the forefront there, and that's what's going on across in that network.
All right, I have plenty birthday. But before I go to birthdays, you know Yendi's master dance class. Tonight's Yendi's master dance class, they've moved it to St. Andrew High. It was at Crew, but the space is a little small, so you check Yendi's IG, FB, and Twitter. I don't normally talk so much.
Yendi, he doesn't know what that is.
It
People,
is
that means
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I know. The gates open at 6:30. The class starts at 7 o'clock. So tonight, don't go to Crew, because remember she said you should have gone to Crew, but she went to Crew, and she needs more space. So tonight it is at St. Andrew High School. So check our IG, FB, and Twitter to find out what one. All right. Now, belated birthday to Johnny Collins, the great Everard of go work with me right here now. And let me show you the top of Johnny. Johnny, this is coming from your mom, Gillette, your dad, your grandma, Collins, your granddad, Auntie Sandra. Now, I got this at Johnny, and I should have done it on Monday. It's my fault, so I don't blame anybody, but I couldn't. Happy birthday to Shanae Fuller. Shanae's coming from your mom. Happy birthday to Kemisha Williams-Smith from Dad Leon and Karen Clark from Milestone. So it's coming from your dad Leon and also from Karen Clark from Milestone. And happy birthday also to Kenya Robinson. I have another picture here, so don't go nowhere. Hold on a little bit now. Wait, no man. Come again, everybody. It's the great Kenya, man. This is Kenya Robinson. Look at that. Yeah? Wonderful. I can tell you. I can see if I find out. Kenya, it's coming from your mom and your dad and the rest of the family. I have one more picture, Everard. Don't go nowhere, you know. Folks do this, because you know, say, I am the picture king here, so don't move. Here's another one. This is a teacher at St. George's College. Her name is Kyan Howell. Miss Howell, I hope you have a great day today. Many, many happy returns. Have some fun today. And also another teacher at St. George's College. Her birthday is today. Shimoy Masters. Miss Masters, have a brilliant day today. I'm sure your son will hug you and kiss you, and everyone in the family wants you to have a brilliant day. I have everybody. I sure I look after everybody now. Yeah.
I want to say happy birthday to my cousin, Alexis Monteith.
You have a cousin.
I have quite, actually, my grandfather on my father's side had 30 children. So I want you all to count how many cousins I have. A lot of them live in the States, but Alexis is right here on my mom's side. Alexis Monteith, happy birthday to you. To Latoya, Billie Jean Sinclair, happy birthday. Christopher Cooper, as well Lydia Bennett. Happy birthday to all the children waking up this morning. It is your birthday. Do know that you are wonderful. You are blessed. We appreciate you. You are born for greatness. Be lifted high, high, high. Put a smile on your face. Happy birthday from the entire Television Jamaica crew.
Right
Love
time
you.
You don't name birthday.
Happy, you who name birthday. Look
I
about
said
2
right
phone
time
worth
you
of
don't
birthday.
name long time I don't. Pick up Long Dialogue.
Who's
Happy
that?
birthday.
Who's
You
that?
never say Long Dialogue. That's what I call it.
Long dialogue. Happy birthday from Auntie Empress and
Uncle Neville.
to all
Have a
the
great day, folks.